doesn't really
Hmm.
help. No, it is only a single player.
Alright, I don't know.
But
It's not like with a multiplayer would have been nice.
it would have been. The there's there's 2 free DLCs, and the other DLC is like £3. All the other DLCs are like £3 at the moment. But yeah, there is one where you can actually put your own team in and colours and stuff.
Alright.
So it might be it's going to be an interesting little project I'm thinking about.
We expect a video on the channel for that soon.
It's just going to be something like interesting. Because I never carried on. Unfortunately, I never carried on the F1 stuff. But this you can do like your endurance. You do your one of the part of the DLC is like your endurance series and stuff like that.
Yeah.
GT series, and obviously creating your own team. And I mean, it's very. I don't know if you ever played F1 Clash and stuff like that. It's all
a little bit, yeah.
It's all like top down, and you're managing your drivers and stuff like that. It's a bit like that, but it was 2016.
Yeah.
So it's an old,
Older title, yeah.
older title, but it still holds up. I mean, it's over between 91 to 94. Okay, now that's a lot of stuff.
What's that?
Very much stuff down at that cane factory.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a job for me fairly soon.
There's
I have a plan for that, don't worry.
I mean, for the game that was in 2016, still holds up at 91 to 94% positive. Ooh. Okay, I've got 41,505 litres left on carrots, 66,049 litres on parsnip.
Well, like I said, just take them down to the Harbour Grain elevator and sell them there. You get slightly less money, but at least it's convenient. Yeah. You get slightly less money, but at least it's the convenience of just having them.
Yeah, but if it's down the road, I'll just get rid, because...
That's what I'm saying. If you want to, take them to the grain elevator, shove it on the train, instead of there you will get more money.
Yeah, but...
Is it worth the hassle? We're not exactly struggling right now.
It's a faff.
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
I know, it's a faff.
You're a faff.
I'm not a faff. You're a faff. And the problem is, people...
Now, that would be a good merch t-shirt, just you're a faff.
You're a faff.
Yeah, just that on a t-shirt.
Couldn't I could turn around and say... I couldn't turn around and say you're a FNAF, because that'd get me possibly trouble for that one. You're Five Nights at Freddy's. No, you're a faff sounds better.
I think that would be a good t-shirt.
I mean, I bought her. I bought myself a Joker hoodie, which is very much stylized to my how I would draw it, with her idiot on. Seriously. And on the back of hers, it's Harley Quinn and it says her psycho. His psycho. He's not a psycho, but it just fits.
Yeah.
Because it's the whole Joker and Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't bad for whatever it was and whatever it was. That boosted the money up a bit, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Right, you're gonna need this for a trailer at some point, aren't you?
Bring them back up to the farm yard for now. We will need them, but not today.
No, I need to figure out how to connect them all back.
Maybe you should just do his strength, because he's quite difficult to reverse 2 into a third.
It's not that.
We actually might not only need 2, because the last fuel guy isn't that big, so we might get away. Just leave him as 2 for now.
I know, but I put
the
further in the wrong place.
Alright.
I put it in the awkward place, basically. parked them up by the becking.
Well, you know what might be easier? Seriously, pull up, disconnect from your little road tray, connect the one that's there as the first one,
and then move it.
back that into the other two.
Yeah.
Because they've all got attachers at the rear, so it doesn't matter which order you put them in.
Yeah.
Then if you want, after if you want to take over seeding, because that's the next big job, and then I'll go and see if that's when the pallets out.
Well, you won't go to the temple, though, yeah?
I've got something. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
What we're gonna do? Are we turning the sawmill off for now, or are we still producing at the sawmill?
Sawmill is out of wood right now.
I mean, did you turn the production off?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I have not given the rent back or anything because
You're not
there's also probably quite a lot of flour. So what I'll do is I'll sort out. I've bought one of the flatbed trailers that I added tonight.
Yeah.
So I can grab that. I'll go put it to the flour mill first, see what's there. If needs be, I'll sell that at the farmers market first, and I'll go down to the canning factory and everything from there. Then I'll go up to the sawmill, everything from there to the temple via the cement factory.
Mm-hmm.
And what I might just do is self and, well, actually, if you were to roll this field that I'm planting barley on, it's probably a good shout. As I said, I have funny, but I'm putting barley on the field that have the carrots on it.
Well, I can roll that if you want.
Yeah, as I said, that'll be the next job, wouldn't it? Then once that's done, just both parts of field 4 are now ready to replant. As to what's on them, I'm not overly fussed. Like I say, I think while we've got the grain mill, it makes sense to do a couple of big fields of cereal crops.
Oh, you dickhead.
What did you do?
Try to detach the wrong trailer.
Like I said, tomorrow field 3 will be ready. Plus, you, like I say, once again, I'm hoping the game's maybe got 1 or 2. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately.
Well,
You're hoping the game maybe had 1 or 2 ready to harvest.
because bottom 4 needs redoing, doesn't it?
Both parts of 4 need redoing.
Okay.
I mean, we would now have the option if you wanted to rip them back into one field, but I'm actually not too bothered about leaving them as 2 separate ones now, because at least it means we can do more.
I think it's worth just leaving it as 2 for now.
Yeah, you can always plan the same thing on both if you're that way inclined. But at least having them separate.
We've done that before.
Means you've got the option of putting 2 separate crops on there if you want to.
Yeah.
So at least it's direct drill now, we're not having to rip them first, so it's a bonus.
Could possibly do with some more. Can I do
More.
well, solid fertilizer?
Well, feel free to pay for some. Like money's the issue at the moment.
No, it's not that. It's a case of bringing them.
Yeah, there is one field that wants fertilising as well.
Yeah, I've got.
Top at 9.
The problem is how many fucking thing that is going to take.
I was saying that to both of us. I won't mean that I'm to you. I'm just saying it. I say these things out loud a lot of time to myself.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying that.
Watching the road train snake his way through the yard.
I'm just sort of moving out. Just moving the trailers out of the way, because
Fair enough.
rather than it sit in the yard, I can just sit in front of the chicken coop. I'm not in the way of any.
We can still get eggs off there if we need to.
Yeah, I'm not in any way of point. We can still feed them or anything. It keeps it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So what do you want me to do? Do you want me to roll that? Do you want me which field needs fertilising first?
Field 9 needs fertilising, then field 8's going to want rolling. And then both parts of 4 need replanting. Now the lucky thing is, the rice field on the bottom of 8 is 100% fertilised, because he only lost half when we harvested it. So planting it with a planter that does fertilising means that's back to 100%. If what I've heard's right, precision farming's coming out tomorrow.
Right, okay.
I'm pretty sure I saw the 8th of May somewhere.
If that's what I don't think Alan likes that.
Or precision farming.
See, I don't mind it.
I always like the fact that once you had things started, it meant sometimes you usually had to fertilise once. You could get it done.
Yeah. Remind me again.
And he meant
You said
fertiliser wasn't.
You said 9? No?
Yes.
Okay.
The top of 9 is only one stage fertilised. I'm working on the top of 8, which you don't want rolling.
Well, I can do it.
I think that'll need one stage of fertilisation, but that can't be done till it's grown. Because we're putting one stage down with the planting.
Which is... This is classed as top of 9, isn't it?
Yes. Top of 9 is it's not the grass, it's the other.
Yeah, it's the one where I'm on now, yeah?
Yeah, I class top because if you look at the map, I sort of class the map as being the correct. When I say top, I mean what will be up on the map.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when I say top or bottom, that's how I'm referring to.
I mean, on this there is still like 11% in this. It'll need a top up at some point.
Oh yeah, like I said, we've got the money for it. It's not like it's a problem getting fertilised.
Also, we just need the fertilizer to keep the direct drill as well going.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I'm sure it doesn't really like precision farming. But even if we were to add precision farming in this, it would slow it down quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about adding it to every series. I thought it's field 8 planted up with barley.
Get that rolled in a minute.
No, I think, yep. I say I'll go and get that flatbed and I'll probably go to the grain mill first.
Hmm.
So where's the best price for flour?
I don't know.
Canning factory, which obviously doesn't apply because we can't actually sell it there.
No. Because I need to go down.
So if I'm selling it, so if it's the farmer's market, you get a bonus which isn't listed on that on the menu.
Hmm.
So I'll put it in the farmer's market. But I say this flatbed, it'll do for bales and stuff as well, but I know they're a really good flatbed for pallets.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Where's the other liner? It's not there, it's here. And then there is another bit somewhere I think I've missed.
I found that was close.
What?
Vancomara Junction is very close to my trailer. Didn't actually hit us, but wasn't far off.
Right, that's that done.
Nice one.
What I'm actually going to do is... Can you do a quick record pause? Okay, right.
28,000 litres of flour.
Jeez.
And I'm going to swing by the farmyard, pick up any mushrooms, any eggs. I was thinking as well then, with all the money, I might just fill that chicken barn. Just because that way we're producing eggs as quickly as possible, because the eggs into the canning factory.
A bit of a slow burner, aren't they?
Yeah, so I'm thinking if we, I can't remember what that chicken barn holds, if I just fill it with
Chickens.
adult hens,
Yeah.
at least you can produce eggs as quickly as possible, innit?
Yeah.
I know it means they'll eat food a little bit faster, so we'll have to keep, but we've got plenty of food for them.
Yeah.
So I just have to make sure we keep a closer eye on it. Oh, I've just done your trick, pressed into a fence.
What, the chicken barn? The chicken fence?
Yeah, because I was trying to do the right. I didn't want to get too close to the pallet and bale storage in case it nicked all the pallets off my trailer.
Why, does that store parts as well, or just...
Yes, it stores pallets as well. Oh, sugar.
Or...
Well, we have a load of, not old enough to produce eggs chickens in here.
Or why don't... Can we just get rid of them? And
Sell them,
replace
yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Might be better for us to do that.
That's what I'm doing now.
We don't flood that. We don't flood it.
Not till it's grown a couple of stages. Yeah, we definitely don't do it straight after planting. Right, so there we are, that barn is now full of chickens that are old enough to produce eggs.
Yeah. It was interesting because obviously Monday night I was like, what have I not done? So like fucking 3 AM I was literally just scrambled to remember to render the frigging podcast.
Christ.
Oh, it didn't take long.
Nah.
It's the good thing is the podcast that we've done takes less than, even when we've done a long one, can take less than 5 minutes just to render because I have to I render just the audio.
Yeah, just audio in it, so it's fairly straightforward.
So it's like, even podcasts we've done that have been really, really long take half the time, don't take as long to render. And it's just
That was actual video do.
Yeah. Just literally relisting, just listening it up and scheduling it and getting it ready. I mean, I even managed to go through all the shorts
Yeah.
that you'd sent, and it's just been all the usable ones really
The Among Us.
have been the Among Us
Yeah,
ones.
well, when I hit a button, I hit the button and then I just send you the lot, because some of them aren't, some of them don't context in work, or
Some
I
of
hit the
them
button
don't.
at the wrong time.
But the best one from the Among Us was funny because it's like, was you wandering past a dead body and you didn't realise it was even there.
I must have been looking at a different part of the screen or something.
It was like Willow's body was there, and it's like, it's like, how did he not see it at that point? He was just like, what?
I was channeling some of John's -1 perception.
And then there was the then there's the whole fucking you throwing Tim under the fucking bus.
Yeah. Oh, pardon.
Ooh, fuck. What?
This month. Have you watched Survive the Hunt this month? In the new month, don't forget.
This is the Back to Basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when Amy's beating him thinking he's an NPC. Have you listened to the discussing?
No, not yet.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen, but remember, you've got Amy on and like, it's not Alex, it's not Alex. Then he puts the shot out. It is Alex.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Why did they go back to console?
I think just for one of, and also I think there's a few people who obviously either don't have PCs good enough or just don't take part in the 5M. So I got a chance to bring some of the old names back in.
Hmm.
Plus, to be honest, it's not a bad thing to cycle between them. Because like I say, it gives different people a chance to have a go and all that.
Yeah.
It's like Bruffy does. He does 1 week on Xbox, one on PlayStation, one on PC, one on 5M.
Jeez.
You know, and that's his like scheduling.
Hmm.
So it gives as many people as possible a chance to have a go. Right, so I'm going to put the eggs in the canning factory. I don't want to sell them all the flour though, that's going somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I'll just pull up alongside and then just throw the eggs off.
And it's just... Yeah, I remember I watched and I was just like, when it said Back to Basics instead of back on the console, I was like,
What materials is it missing for kimchi?
Cabbage. Maybe.
It's not, so why is it saying it is? It's missing the long grain rice materials. Which means it's worked through all that rice we put into it already, which is pretty impressive.
Shit. Have we replanted the rice field?
Yes, we have.
Oh, I did. Did I? You did? Me did? Who did?
One of us did.
Yeah, but don't we have 2 rice pads?
Yeah, the other one, I've got them staggered.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. I'm just wondering...
They don't both become ready at the same time.
I know,
I've got
but
them.
is that the best thing to be doing now, though? If that canning factory's hammering that rice...
Yeah, but if we turn it on and off, it has to wait between. I'm not overly fussed about that. No, you know what I mean. I'm not being.
No, that's fine.
Plus, to be honest with you, it's probably worth it more doing that and having, because otherwise it would go. I think it uses it quicker than it can grow, so at least this way it's got a better chance of.
Well, yeah, that's very true.
You never know. We could get more. There's no against us doing more rice paddies. Once again, as I've said before, now we have that harvester, especially. If we get to the point where we're really good on money, I'd be tempted to buy something like, for example, Field 41 and just make it one big rice paddy.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I say, we've now got the harvester, which we know could eat through it in not too bad time.
Yeah.
We should probably turn on, we've filled it full of carrots and parsnips, we'll probably turn on the carrot and parsnip thing, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Probably not a bad idea, like.
Otherwise, we're... What have we still got to harvest? Red beets?
Yeah, but that's not ready till tomorrow.
No, I know.
And once again, I think there'll be more there than it can take, so what it doesn't take we can just sell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get that.
I would think the field, I think it full like that should last it a couple of days at least.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the preserve, the preserve food factory ones are long used to be. Not as much as the flour,
But
no.
that's the other thing I'm saying. Depending on what happens, you might plant some more.
I mean, I know we spoke about was the oil factory.
Yeah, possibly in the future. I think right now we're kind of good with what we've got.
Oh, I know that.
No, I'm not denying you're right in the future.
I'm
for
just
maybe
wondering,
something
because did we speak about it? That was all.
Well, I said it's possibly a future thing is to own that as well, just something like canola and soybeans, and maybe because you talked about maybe doing olives.
Oh, I didn't. Grapes or olives.
Grapes or olives.
Or both. But they'd have to be. The problem is with them, they'd have to be big, pretty biggish fields. But what you would do is, if it was a big field, you wouldn't split it as such. You would have to split the product.
Yeah, if you're using the vines, you could just have half the field with one set of vines, half with the other.
Yeah.
Because there is one harvester. I'm pretty sure it's base game one harvester that will do both. It needs reconfiguring in between, but it's like rather than having to have two separate machines, you can just have the one.
But no, I mean, you'd have to look at that. Right, for that.
I've got to pick many mushrooms while over the farm, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Okay, well that's said field rolled.
Nice.
Was it bottom and top of 4?
Both of 4 need redoing. I mean, kind of your choice. I'd be tempted to go like oats, certainly for part of it, just because, like I say, let's get that grain mill fed.
There's no point.
I am actually tempted to take the grain mill that. I'd be tempted. I think we wait 1 day, see just how much wheat the chickens are eating, because we've now got a wheat field that's not a million miles away. To sell the wheat that's in storage, if we know that the food trough's enough to last like 3 or 4 days, that's long enough for the field to be ready.
So I need to select that. And I've lost my mouse again. Thank you. There we go.
Well, this should be a really good sale. There is a lot of... This trailer is basically the full length of the trailer, 2 decks high. And it's a big trailer.
Yeah. I mean, this field needs rolling as well.
Yeah. I don't know how stable this is going to be to drive, but...
He puts himself in those positions, huh? He does.
So I have on this trailer 28,000 litres of flour, 11,000 litres of kimchi and 12,000 litres of rice bags.
Yeah. Should be a pretty good payday then.
Good payday. I'm not going to go and get the mushrooms, they can wait for a future date, I'm not that worried. I'm going to sell all of this at the farmer's market, then come back up and then I'm going to go to the cement factory and the sawmill, and all that's going to the temple. And I reckon we could end up with towards 500,000 by the time I've done that.
Possibly.
Which, do we end the day in the episode by like buying field 5 or field 2 or something?
Depends on what's what is on what field.
Yeah. Well, field 5 right now isn't planted.
Nope.
Which I know means it costs us the planting of it, but at least it means we get to pick what's on it.
Hmm.
I think
Well,
field 2 not
actually,
replanted.
yeah, but what's on 41?
Nothing again. And all 3 of them are not planted. Well, field 2 especially is not planted, but is 100% fertilised.
Problem is how much. Yeah, but how much would it? How much would it cost for all of these? Probably a lot more than we actually own.
476, 343, and 288.
476 what?
Call it a million. It's about a million.
Right, okay. And we have no loan available to us.
We do, but I was kind of trying to avoid getting a lot more onto them. I've actually, part of me would really like to get that paid off, but that's a.
Yeah, but
I'm more interested in doing stuff that moves us on.
because if we depending on how much we've got on the loan, what?
Nothing.
David's gone flippy flip.
No, it's worse than that.
Farmers market won't take anything.
No.
But how can it be worse than that? You're stuck in a tree.
Stuck in a building. Oh, more precisely the tractor is.
And a certain strength won't get it out.
The strength is kind of what got it in that position.
Oh, well done, Dave.
It's alright, I've managed to get the trailer disconnected, so at least we're not at risk of losing the goods.
We're gonna have to do reset the tractor.
It looks like that might be the case, yeah.
So, well, my thought is here is depending on how much things are, would be we buy
Oh man, wow there, it makes sense.
let me have a quick ganders.
No, yeah, you don't need to come and look.
288. So that's roughly well over. Fuck, that's well over 500,000. Just them 2 fields. I'm not looking at. I wasn't looking at you. We've already got a 500,000 loan, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Can we can't take any more then, can we?
I think our maximum loan's not that high. They're still giving us a option to borrow more if we wanted to.
Just yeah. Because I'd be tempted to buy 5. I don't know. I'd be tempted to buy 5 and 41 and whack, and 5 is the rice pad.
Yeah, to make it one really
Not
big
5,
rice pad.
dickhead. 41.
Yeah. And 5 could then just be a cereal crop or something.
Yeah, I meant 41 as a rice paddy. No.
I mean, don't get me wrong, 2 would be great to own, but I think that's further in the future. I mean, there's also 12 would always be a solid option. 12 and 2 are pretty much the same price. In fact, 12 I think is slightly bigger. And 12 is just like at the bottom of where 12 already has barley on it, so it would be at least 100% fertilized barley. So I'd be inclined to buy that for the same money and you get the free barley crop.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, right now I was just thinking of
Oh yeah, no.
the rice as well, but
The idea is now that we've got stuff like just like a really big rice paddy and just absolutely.
I'm guessing you've had to research this shit.
I had to reset the tractor, yeah, not reset the trailer.
No, that's what I meant. The tractor, I'm guessing.
Yes, I'm just on my way back to the trailer now.
And yeah, I mean, we have options that we can.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously it's options that Alan's been left out of, but unfortunately he's not with us in game to have this discussion with us. So.
I'm sure he appreciates as well. We're doing these things for the right reasons and for the great demand of gold quest.
Yes, but now for what?
I'm looking up as we speak.
But you didn't the Great Demand used to tell us what the item was?
No, it definitely in 22. It might have done before that. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there we are. It's on seeds. Which, yes, we can sell seeds, but there's not really much point.
Well, we need them ourselves.
Yeah. I'm guessing if you'd produce, like, so someone's allowed to produce seeds, or if you'd like accidentally bought way more than you needed, then maybe.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm afraid I can't help you with that.
Actually, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I'll have them things on by the weekend.
Nice.
She's got both mine.
Yeah, man.
But the letter that they sent was really confusing. Because the letter got sent out on 24th. She was supposed to go, but and the confusing thing is because it had today's date on it, right? But that was crossed out. That was crossed out.
Okay.
The time was the same time, but then there was also next week. So it's like, so you've tried to send the letter out earlier, realised it's been bank holidays and shit, and for some bizarre reason your mail is really, really slow to get anyway, it seems, and they screwed up by, I think what, it's like I said to her, I said I think they've made the mistake of, they want you to have one, but they've literally not proofread anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if they want you to have two, they're going to have to book you in. They're going to have to make, you're going to have to book you in for the week or 2 weeks after or whatever. They'll have to book you in there on the day, but if they don't, I think if they only want you to have the one, then that's why it's, but they've not corrected. I said it looks like it's a, from what she sent me, I said it's a standardised letter. They've just not been efficient with it. They've realised when they've sent it out, they've screwed up, and they've had to, before they sent it out, they've had to make corrections. I mean, it's typical of the hospital, but I don't know. So yeah, she's got to go for that. Not that she really wants to, but if she doesn't, she's just going to feel like a walking zombie all the time. At this moment, like she does. And I had the fucking hospital ring me yesterday, but missed the call by accident because it was just before I was meant to set off, and didn't get a chance to answer the phone in time. So didn't get a voicemail there, so I was kind of confused. I'm thinking, is it a scam? But then when I rang back, when I called it back, but I knew it was a.
You recognised it was like a hospital number or something?
What happened to you?
Don't panic. I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. I've had a night where I've caused myself a lot of problems, but I'm luckily quite not too bad at fixing them.
I knew it was a hospital number because it was the number it was. So I knew it wasn't a scam.
Yeah.
So that's why I rang it back. And it had said, obviously you'd been contacted by someone from the NHS. But they were unsure on what department. So whether it's, like I say, whether it was the booking team or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm unsure whether it is for skin or rheumatology, you know what I mean? Physio.
Yeah.
But it just seemed odd that they didn't leave me a voicemail asking me to ring them back. But it was a standardised robotic one that you get from the NHS. You know, you've been called by blah blah blah, but it's like Well, and I'm thinking, well, it's not her, wouldn't be her specialist or anybody to link with her because they don't have my details. And they'd have been like, well, if she had appointment here, somebody else wants to, because I couldn't go with it.
Yeah.
By the time her appointment was, I was still in Lancashire at that point. Nowhere near.
Come on, you settle down.
Hmm?
I said, come on, you settle down. This trailer's not happy with having this many things strapped to it, really. We won't get them sold and...
Why am I seeing a conveyor down the bottom of a field?
No reason. Let's just say I had a super strength related incident which flung a few things in different directions. Which is part of the reason why I had to quit and rejoin.
Okay.
Well, you know when I said I got the trailer stuck inside a building?
We got the tractor stuck inside a building.
The trailer ended up slightly stuck as well. But I remembered an old trick, which is where you grab hold of it using super strength and then tab to a vehicle.
Ah.
And then when you get out of the vehicle, it teleports whatever you've got hold of. Well, you say teleport, what it actually does is flings it across the map.
And you use the conveyor.
Well, no, it was actually the white tractor. But it was parked next to the conveyor, and then the trailer come hurtling in like Kool-Aid.
Fuck's sake.
And the dolly trailer tipper ended up on the roof of the stone factory.
Oh my god.
And the conveyor ended up down in the tree. But don't worry, I'll fix it.
Well, I kind of wondered, I was like, why is the fucking conveyor down here? I was like... And I hadn't even noticed. If it happened before my eyes, honest to God, I wouldn't have even noticed.
You have to go back through your footage and have a look and see if you can see it.
Because depending on which way I was facing at the time, if I was facing with the camera behind me, you know, if I was facing the bottom of field 4, I wouldn't have seen it.
No, I don't know. I don't. You might have sort of seen like a comet fly over your head or something.
Unsure. Really, I'm very unsure.
But I'll fix all that. I'm going to go and sell all these pallets. So yeah, 3,000 litres of enoki mushrooms, 11,000 litres of kimchi, 12,000 litres of rice bags, 28,000 litres of flour and 1,000 litres of oyster mushrooms.
Should be quite a nice payday then, shouldn't it?
Hopefully. I say I'm hoping this will put us on like 400,000. 300 to 400,000. And then me going to get all the cement and the wood should hopefully get us, say, somewhere around the 500,000 mark, I think. I'm hoping.
Technically. That's why I said even if you took out a loan, you could technically, like, you know, 5 and 41 or...
Well, yeah, we'll see where I get to when I get through this.
Are you selling pallets yet?
Just about to do it now.
Did wonder
why you're getting some lag.
I'm getting chonked. I wonder if it's the pallets. Ooh, is that it?
That's not all of it yet.
Oh, okay.
It's like about half the trailer.
110.
Well, that got me to 300, like I said, didn't it?
Oh, you said 300, yeah.
That's the rest of it.
Now we just need to see what the temple will do.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm going to we'll swap back tractors first. I end up in the white, which I don't really want to use because it's slow, so I'm going to swap back to the Valtra.
I was going to say, I've got a Massey.
Well, I had the Valtra was part of the whole sorting out I ended up. It was easier to chuck the trailer on the white than it was to try and get the Valtra back to where the trailer ended up. Yeah, as long as the temple does us at least like 130,000, there's the 500,000.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Why?
Because I'm seeing AI messages.
I'll try and use an AI to take the white tractor back to where I want it.
That's
Which he's doing now.
spending the money.
AI don't cost us that much.
They normally do.
Right, so I think cement works first. I'm going to fix whatever I did to all them conveyor belts and that while I'm there.
Well, they're down the bottom of the bloody...
Yeah, I know. But I might have to disconnect them from each other to be able to move them back up. That's the only annoyance.
Yeah, you will do.
We'll see, I'll make it work.
Maybe you might have to fold it down. I think it's stuck in a tree. Generally think it got snagged on a tree.
Yeah, possibly, like I said. Things went, like I say.
Yeah, I've just actually seen the fucking I've just actually seen the dolly trailer from here now, looking at it.
Yeah, it's ended up in a position.
Ended up in a position? I didn't notice that before. Even when you said it to me, I didn't notice it. But now I've got the camera in a decent position.
You can see it.
I can see it, yes.
Yeah, it's
It
kind of
only happens to you, doesn't it? This
What
game,
can I say? I've got skills.
construction sim.
You're only jealous of my talent and abilities.
No, I'm not.
Let's leave you there. Fix my shit. Wow.
Just like, yeah. I don't know. It's like you sent that for the truck to space once. That doesn't sound good. Next minute, fucking truck going in the air.
Hey, you had that as well, to be fair.
By the way, that was it. Possibility will or will not
Join us tomorrow.
joining tomorrow.
Still having PC issues, or?
Hang on, let me check. What did he say?
Right, there we are. Stone thing is fixed.
Oh yeah, just a heads up, Willow most likely won't be available tomorrow. She returned that other video card. Has a new Nvidia one coming in tomorrow. So what the fuck's that tell you if she's ordering Nvidia? Her old machine isn't available at the moment, and a new one probably won't be up and running by game time.
Fair enough, one of them things.
Well, that's what I said. I said fair enough. So let's see how efficient shit's gonna be tomorrow. Actually, no, because Tim's usually pretty good.
Yeah, it was Tim actually was the one who kept things in check.
Because Willow struggled, so we'll have to have the staff on. I think we'll have to have the staff on stocking.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some more seeds at some point.
Well, like I say, that's no big
Not
issue.
seeds, solid for.
We'll leave neither. We're gonna need both at some point anyway. Right, so that's the cement bags. Now I've just got to go up to the sawmill and get everything off there. I think getting this big flatbed's has been proving to be a good purchase.
Because now we're actually at a solid 30 down here.
Are we okay? Well, you starting to... I get that one you just unrolled for.
Well, I'm not.
One?
That's why I'm not gonna do the planting on the bottom one.
Yeah.
I'm literally
no
just.
problem.
No, I wasn't gonna because I'm looking at the time as well.
Should be able to just get the rolling done, I think.
Yeah. So I'm
I'll be able to
literally
get this done.
leaving the cedar not in its usual parking spot because I know that that'll be a
An early job.
possible Monday job.
Aye.
I mean, do we still need these cultivators? Oh, we do need the cultivators for other stuff, don't we? Oh, am I not gonna have to rip that field?
No. Do it as direct drilling.
What, the one we've had root crop on?
I direct drilled over the carrots and he took it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I just direct drilled the carrots and he didn't complain.
Okay, fair enough. I wasn't sure what you'd...
I don't think...
Yeah, I wasn't sure what you'd done, that was all.
Oh, no, fair enough. I don't know what it is.
Because I know we used to rip up.
Yeah.
Why did we used to rip up on 22?
I'm pretty sure one of the mods we had meant that when you ripped, you got like a fertilizer bonus.
Maybe, who knows? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure we got some kind of bonus from doing it to the yield. I think. Oh, there was certain crops you had to anyway. But yeah, literally, I finished. I just tried plant on top of the carrots, and he never said anything. He never gave me any trouble. So
it's fine.
I'm not picking up the wood chips pallets at this point.
No.
They can wait.
Yeah, because they've got to go into
They've got to be transferred into a trailer.
tipper. Well, you don't. You just take the tipper up and load them in.
Just take the tipper next to him and just press R when you park next to him, and the tipper will do it. But
Yeah. And then that goes somewhere.
it was the animal dealer one.
Yeah, animal dealer.
Price on that.
Except that goes somewhere, but I couldn't exactly remember. And you gotta think it only been a few days. Apart.
Yeah, no, but sometimes still, yeah. Plus, you've been doing other things in between. It's not always.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I have to jump back on a map and just remind myself. Especially when you've got especially you've got playing the same game in 2 or 3 different saves. Jump back on and remind yourself exactly which one you're on and what you needed to do on that one.
Yeah. It's just, like I say, I would do more with this game, but right now...
I mean, I've definitely not been playing as much of this as I did 22 back in the day. But then again, I think it's other things that playing a part. It's not just the game; it's just bits of life playing a part as well. To be honest. Right, so it wasn't actually a huge amount of wood here. I'll take you all your help, but it's not. I think we're going to finish on about 430 to 450, which is still not bad going, considering at one point we're 170 grand in debt to that. 163, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's about 163.
Yeah, considering we were in debt at one stage. I don't think it's terrible going.
Well, you levelled it back, like I say, you levelled it back up.
Well, like I said, selling the carrots and that, just about zero. We basically came out of that. Well, we came out ahead. We came out at 0, but having paid for the rental of the machinery.
Yeah.
So technically we did sort of, that alone, even the bring up paid for the machinery we needed. Which is never a bad thing.
No.
I'm tempted even if this week to not actually do anything else tonight, not buy a field, and see if next time we can get a bit more, and then we can maybe buy like 5 and 41 in one go.
What else? How much is field 2? Same as 5?
2 and 12 are about the same money. 2 is 476,000. 12 is 478,000. Like I say, the plus point to 12 is 12 has 100% fertilised barley on it.
Yeah.
So if we buy that, we've got a crop there. Whereas 2 is currently 100% fertilised, but it's not planted.
No.
So given the choice, if the money was between the two, I'd be tempted to take the one that's planted, just because at least then you're getting the crop off it.
But I'm just saying 4.
41 and 5 are both 100% are both not fertilised and don't have a crop on.
Yeah, but 41's we're gonna just be.
It's gonna be a massive rice paddy in it is the plan.
Yeah.
If the game will let you build one that big, I'm assuming it will. I'd also have to double check if it's like properly flat enough. I think it is, but I'd have to double check.
Yeah, but the one that we've got the rice paddy on by the combine does not look that flat.
No, but the actual paddy itself has to be flat, so it has to level it off. So
that could be interesting.
Right, there we are.
Oh, well, 455.
But does say 430 to 450? I wasn't far off, was I? I say we've now got the preserve food productions going, which are going to start bringing in money. We've now got the canning factory is absolutely running overtime.
Yeah.
So hopefully the chickens getting to lay more and more eggs, which will help.
Yeah. Because isn't that for the
canning factory can turn it into noodle soup along with flour. Now the canning factory already has like 30,000 litres of flour in it, so that's good for a little while. Its eggs have been our limiting factor on that.
Oh yeah, we know that. We knew that.
Because I set off with it distributing straight to the canning factory. I've since dropped that and we're selling the flour because it's, to me, the canning factory's got enough in it. For now, we can always start adding more over there once.
If we need to top it up, we'll top it up.
I'm hoping to say nearly 500 chickens, all of laying eggs. I hope it means to start laying eggs at a real ridiculously fast rate.
Hopefully. Oh.
Right, so I brought this flabber back. I'm going to top up all the greenhouses with water.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably top the chickens' food up as soon as I'm here.
We got
chicken
food?
We've got wheat in the silo. That's what I'm saying, because the wheat we've planted on 9, if that gets to like one stage off grown and we're looking alright, I might just sell the wheat that's in the silo.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the greenhouses first. I know they're all a little bit low on water. Well, not low, they're about halfway. Just one of those, if we keep on top of it, it hopefully becomes less of an issue.
Where are you going to be able to fill that up from then?
We have a water trough. We have a water thing, don't we? The water tank's bar next to it.
Is that not cost us?
No, I think it's free. Or if it does cost us, it's literally like 100 quid. It's nothing. Could possibly do with a bigger water tanker at some point, these little 6,000 litre ones.
Yeah.
Wow, that was an impressive flip.
Eh?
I clipped a rock on the inside of the road and did quite an impressive flip.
Ah, right, okay.
No, it's free as this water source.
That's good then.
It's just that big, like, old windmill structure on the side of the farm.
What was the map where we used to flip?
The map where we used to flip?
Diesel.
That was Suffolk Farms again.
Hmm.
You used to be able to buy an article, sell it, and you netted about 50 grand profit if you did it right.
Yeah. Is that along the airport?
Yeah. Where you had that helicopter that took you up in the air.
You could go up on.
And there was like the mechanic shop where you had to put the tractor up on the ramp before it was in the trigger.
Yeah.
That map had so many great little like things like that on it.
Yeah, it was good little things.
And like the line place, it was literally like a big scoop that took it out of the ground.
Yeah.
It was like a quarry, and it was a proper bucket.
Was there not a crane that animated?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was a proper bucket on a crane.
Hmm. Or like a tower crane type thing.
Yeah. That's that one full.
It's kind of a shame that, like I say, the map just started to go wrong towards the end.
I think because of the amount of stuff that was on that map as well, I don't think it helped it.
Hmm.
You know, we're talking about all these like great little things. Don't forget, they all took, because they weren't base game stuff, so they all needed sorting and code to make them work and all that.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason why, because he was doing too many complicated bits and pieces the game wasn't designed to do.
Yeah. I would love to have seen that map come back.
I'm interested in this new map of ODs does look really good, like, but it's a long, long way off yet.
Well, the one that's one of the brightest.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, that's all the 3 greenhouses full.
Well, there's supposed to be rumours that the new map by Giants is gonna be...
It's either British or Scottish.
Yeah.
We are pretty sure of that from the pictures. It's either British or Scottish.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's coming with the season pass, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's gonna be a British or a Scottish
It
map.
almost looks more Scottish from the pictures, but time will tell. We don't know at this point.
I mean, the problem is the fog. I'd like to see them cut down on that for that map.
To be fair, I think they do. 'Cause I don't think you get it as bad on Riverbend as you do on this map.
The one thing I would like to, they would have.
And also, if it's a British map, please turn twisters off, because
Yeah.
they're not something we get in the UK.
Keep hail. We get hail.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't get them to the extreme.
No, we do. Hailstones are a thing, so I
No.
wouldn't be
We do get twisters.
very, very rare. You channeling your inner Michael Fish there.
No, we do get twisters. They are either funnel cloud, possible water spouts, and the only ever bad tornado that I can remember was the Birmingham one. We do get tornadoes. I have seen funnel clouds myself. I've seen them up here. I've seen them in Cumbria.
Right, the chicken isn't quite full, but it's had like a full trailer's worth. Actually, I can probably just fill this trailer and park it with it, can't I? 'Cause we don't need. I've got the trailer on the back of the truck.
Right.
Don't particularly need for anything else right now.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the... I'm going to leave the roller
No worries.
and tractor here. for now.
Yeah,
Then I'll
no
pick
problem.
up again.
No, I've got the pickup.
No, I'll pick up the cedar again.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Huh? Is this a rented trailer?
No, I bought that trailer.
What, the pallet and...
Yeah,
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was rented.
no, I bought it. It's a good trailer, actually.
Hmm.
Now, we have got a lot of work done tonight.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
I mean, it's not... I mean, I don't know if you... I mean, I guess you want to keep hold of the...
Keep hold of it, because we need you for the red beast tomorrow at the very least.
No, you want... I guess you want to keep hold of the... You don't want to be buying any field, do you?
Not right now. Let's leave this money for now.
Okay.
We'll look at it next time.
Well, we'll lose... We're going to be losing 14 grand of it anyways.
Is that a big concerning?
Not really.
I say, if we can get to the point where we can afford both 5 and 41 together, I'd be seriously tempted. We haven't quite got enough for 12 or 2.
Yeah, but the problem is you want the one with the bloody barley.
That's 12, yeah.
Don't you?
We haven't quite got enough for that yet, so we'd need to wait till next time anyway. We'll see. We'll make it work.
But yeah, so we're going to end this one here. So obviously, thank you to everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you to Devin for being here.
Thank you as always.
And we shall see you for the next one. So until then,
Later, folks.
goodbye for now.